It's hard to find the words for some of this stuff. I was listening to Silky, and she was, she got this message on there talking about baby mama that took a child away for financial support all too often. I couldn't finish the message because you said it was gonna be about a child, and my child was healthy when my child left my side. But there's way more to it though. Like I said, my family could have supported when this happened. They didn't. Um, um, it wasn't just, and then whoever she was dating or dealing with on the side, it was just a lot more went into it. I don't even like to go there because they still hiding all that so good. But it's a situation that's known all too well where they sit there and they have kids by, and I seen too many kids lose their daddy because the woman wanted to get welfare. I ain't never had no welfare. I never had welfare, so I never had welfare, so I'm gonna do the down. I'm gonna do the what's her name? Harriet, bro. I never had no welfare, so uh um I never had no welfare, so I always worked. I come from the slum too. I work, you know. I like to work. I work. So welfare, I looked into it. It limits you. You get all this food. Everybody was getting this $1,200 food. I said, oh, if I look into it, it means some damn welfare. And they were like, first foremost, they were like, you make too much. And then they were like, and too much still ain't enough, y'all. So don't look at it like, all right, man. But and then they were like, they said you make too much. And then they were like, you couldn't have this or couldn't have that. I think it was almost like disability. You couldn't have this, couldn't have that. Oh, I like nice things. You know, I like to build up my credit. Go take out a huge loan and let it sit in my account and just let it pay on itself. I like to do that kind of stuff, bro. You know, keep your credit going. Credit goes down if you don't use it. I'm just checking my lips, Silky. Ain't nothing lethargic about it now. I'm just shining, baby. I'm just shining. Ain't nothing lethargic about it, baby. Nothing lethargic about it now. Oh, Zen be tripping, bro. She one of my favorite readers, though. You continue to be one of my favorite readers. I like Cosmic Enlightenment too, but your message is off a little bit. I think you get me mixed up with my doppelganger, honey. Your message just a little bit off. Cause I ain't moving nowhere unless you seeing me go from room to room in my house. Otherwise, they unalive me. And I can't move, baby. Stuck in a box. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the kind of, which is cool, because when I can move, I can work again. So I ain't worried about it. When I can do something, I can work again. So that's why I said it's deeper, whatever she did, deeper. She went above and beyond to keep me stuck. She just weird. You know, to my ex-wife out there, all I want to know is the deal. Why you didn't never try to even make things right? Why you didn't even come and get me? And you just didn't love me at all, did you? Why you even do that? That was boring. Like, that life that you forced the hand to try to live was absolutely boring. But I guess you like, well, throw the icing on the cake. I do this to him and I get a little money off of him. Well, you know, it's still boring. As much as we did together, I know you sitting back looking like, why did it's boring. Man, we did everything together, y'all. You can't come back now. But I'm just saying, why you didn't do it? You should have did it. I was looking for you for a while. You never came back to help me. You didn't love me at all. You hated me that bad? Wow. I thought the relationship was pretty good. And then I was even forgiving you for the cheating. You can't get no better relationship than that, I don't think. But, you know, we did everything together. Every other weekend, we worked. I worked. She probably went to Jody's house, but I worked. Every other weekend, y'all, we went out. Every other weekend. I'm talking about we worked. Ain't no lump sum of money. You getting hundreds of thousands here, $100,000. We was just regular old 9 to 5 working people. Wasn't nothing. But we wasn't no check to check though. But you know, to rich folk, we would check to check. You know. But we worked. We worked. We go out to eat, and go to the movies. Go out to other places. You know, drive far. You know, travel. Go to Times Square. She had anything she wanted. I got her whatever she wanted. I bought her something so much she didn't have to have a Christmas or a birthday party. Or a birthday. I bought her something every other weekend, whatever she wanted. We ride down the road. We go eat at my favorite restaurant is Papado's. That's my favorite restaurant in Atlanta. We'll go out to eat at Papado's, and I bet somebody gonna zoom in and say, let's see what he pulling out his ear. Y'all silly out there. I take her out to Papado's, we'll ride down the road, and I'll be like, she might have been using one of my cars at the time. I'll be like, you need to pick you a car. She'll waste time picking a car. I like to look at cars. I like to look at cars. I like to do stuff like that. I like to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, look at cars, go to car lots. I love Motor Mile in Greenville. I like stuff like that. My little vapor place here in Livonia. The little smoke vapor place, whatever they call that place. Hookah vapor or something. I don't even think I'm saying it right. I always forget the name of that place. I just figured I'd throw it in there so I'm talking about stores and stuff. But it's by Papa John's though. That's one of my favorite stores. But I like shopping at the shopping for cars, and I might have too many cars already. And I'll be like, why don't you pick a car so you ain't gotta drive no more of my car? And she'll pick the craziest car, and it ain't no good. I tell her to test drive and everything. It's a new car. I be like, test drive the car. She can't even test drive the car right. Good Vibe Vapor. That's the name of it. I had to get up and do it. Good Vibe Vapor. I want to do it right if I'm do it though. Anyway, my ex-wife, we got together, man. She weighed 100 pounds, 135 pounds. In 2 years, she started plotting this magic stuff. She gained like 300 pounds. And I loved her the same. She didn't even notice the difference. I loved her the same. She didn't even notice the difference. How many people you know could do that in like a year and a half? You go from 135 pounds to almost 300 pounds. And they still love you the same. She didn't even notice the difference. She wanted that easy money so bad. I bet you sitting back now like it wasn't even worth. I know. Well, you want you to go ahead and tell folks the truth how good a relationship really was. And I already know. I already know. Especially after you done finally got in other relationships and you realize, okay, that wasn't. I ain't even, I just blamed it on the fact that you was young and you saw your mama do a lot of crazy stuff. Your mama warned you. Your mama told you not to do it. Your mama knew you was in a good relationship. Honey, we had everything we want. We might have not had $1,200 worth of food stamp, but we had food. You were eating lobster and steak. I had that neck surgery. You panicked, didn't you? I was ready to go back to work, but I had to heal first. You panicked, then you thought I was gonna be lazy, didn't you? I ain't no lazy bone in my body. That's what happened when you grow up with lazy folk. You automatically assume everybody lazy or looking for a way out. My family was bad about calling me. To my family, I'm probably lazy. Because this is a working family. You get what I'm saying? They can have millions of dollars in their bank account. They still go to work. To my family, I might be lazy. Because they don't take vacations and none of that. They have all these vacations, they won't take them. I take my vacation day plus some. Let's say it's 6, 7 points you got. Well, and they just reset it every year. Ain't no sense in letting it waste. So let's say they give me 10 vacation days. They probably give me more than that. They probably give you about a month, I get. But let's say they give you 10, I can't remember. They give you 10 vacation days. Well, with them 7 points, that's 16 vacation days. And I'm gonna take every bit of it. And then if they got the little personal time leave, like when something happen, accident, like emergency case, like if you get sick, ill, or your wife get pregnant or something, they give you some more days. I'm gonna use those days too. I'm gonna figure out a way. I figure I can't remember how you do it. And I figured out a way without lying. Took them days too. They just gonna reset it every year. They ain't gonna give you no more. You gonna build up the days. My family won't even take no vacation day. They won't call out or nothing. How many points I got left? I won't tell them what I'm calling out for. Hey, go check and see how many points I got. Man, you down to one, and they'll tell me. They'll tell me you got 1.5 points, 6, 7 points, 1.5. I won't do this like to the point where I'm gonna lose my job. I do this on a way where it's almost like it's finna get ready to reset. You know what I'm saying? Around that time, I do it like I supposed to do it. I work. I never lose my job. They didn't never fire me. So I'm like, look, I call my job. I be like, how many points I got left? Like everybody else be like, I'm sick. I ain't gonna be able to make it today. I call them and ask them, how many points I got left? I ain't gonna be at work today. Me and my boss. I had a black boss, sexy thing. Me and my boss. And she was the boss, she'll do it. How many points I got left? Go check the point system. Yeah, just like that, dog. We was on the street together too as well, though. She was a great boss. Absolutely outstanding. I just like going to see her. I used to just go to work just to look at her. Me and her fussed a lot at work, but we liked each other. But anyway, so that's what I did. That's how I got down. So I love to work. I don't know what my ex-wife was doing. Some of that sugar-coated L12. I would sit on my behind to this flat out of sight. I don't know what they got going on. Let me be quiet, y'all. I told y'all, I'm pretty good with you, Jones. If God would let it go, God, he talking about it. He thinking about it. He thinking about it. He been bringing up comedy lately. He thinking about it. I'm good though. I send myself to hell. I'm so good. I'm so good with these jokes, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Table thin, slide off the couch ass. Uh, I left a girl for getting off the bed the wrong way, boy. I said, I sat there and watched the girl get out of the bed. She was sexy, chocolate, right, just, healthy looking or whatever. Right side don't matter to me. I turn them up, turn them down. You know what I'm saying? So I watched her get out the bed. That's what messed it up. I watched her get out the bed. She looked like she could run track. I watched her get out the bed. First and foremost, she went to sleep with a cupcake in her hand, butt naked, like this. And a cupcake and a cigarette in her hand. And didn't drop down one of them. So I woke up and I looked. My mouth dropped. And I just stayed there until she got up. And she was snoring and everything. Like a hellhound. And I said, first and foremost, you snore worse than I do. That's strike one. And then when she got up, I said, Shawty, get up. She just slid. It's like she slid out the bed. I said, Shawty, you got to go. You got to go, Shawty. She gonna say you cooked me breakfast? Huh? Huh? You flat-footed, black-footed Sasquatch Indian. You better get out of here. You better get out of here. You better fish you some breakfast on the way up out of here. Lord have mercy. I'm hollering because my head stopped though. I can't help it, y'all. I'm trying to work on it. I can't go to no doctor though. They take them to her. But anyway, like I was saying, people like us go in, we don't come out, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, like I was saying, but anyway, I thought the relationship was outstanding, actually. You do too now. Took you a while to realize that like you chose to live, that like boring. They don't let you do so much. I looked into it, I was like, damn, they getting this much food. I can work this good ass job and get this much food, really live good. I get me a Rolls Royce in this yard right in this broke down house. Well, it ain't broke down, I'm sorry, home. It's a good house, I love this house. But I fix the house. If I'm gonna buy a Rolls Royce, I fix the house for a car. But parking in the yard, right here in the slum, they ain't gonna do nothing about it. They gonna be like, hey man, don't touch the car. What's up? What you in the yard for? Go ask my uncle. All of us like that. My uncle like that, bro. My Uncle Pam, oh wait, you pull in his yard. He'll look at you, he'll say, man, he got a lot of nice cars. He probably got 100 nice cars. Like a car lot. And he'll be like, did somebody tell you to pull in this yard? And it might be he'll be like, did somebody tell you to pull in this yard? The dude be like, well, you just turn around and get on up out of here. And it might be the UPS man. Had to turn in the yard. That's the way it is, bro. You do that to everybody. Ruthless. But, he really went in more detail than that, but I ain't gonna say none of that on here, bro. But, you know what happened? It's like back to the dope game or that set it off move. You do something one too many times and it catch up with you. And it leaves you exactly where you don't want to be left. Man, we did everything together. Every 2 weeks, y'all. Choose the restaurant you want. Choose the Lennox Mall. Go get her a purse. Choose what you want. We're going to go out. Get away from here for a while. Find the best hotel. Find the best room that we can find. She did pretty good with it. You know, downtown. We'll go eat downtown by the clubs. You know what the hell she had going on. But you right, I was the bread and butter. I'm saying I go get a loan, a big loan, put it in the bank, let it pay on itself. I can go anywhere I want to go. A big loan, I just make them bigger and bigger, you know. Leave it in the bank, let it pay on itself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I never stay broke like that. Make you want to go to work when you got something to work for and you see what you work for. And you can always see what you work for. You're not blowing your money on drugs. You're not blowing your money on prostitutes, you know, or whatever. You know, you're not blowing your money on. You can if you want to, if that's what you do, but you choosing not to, and you come from where I come from. That's real good. That's why I say that a lot. I guess y'all be like, why I say, because I'm from there. You might have rolled through here and don't look like it no more, but I'm from the slums. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't left yet, still here. So, how you like my wall? Shit. What I'm talking about, bro. Anyway, so I really don't know what happened with that situation. It don't matter, do you? I'm like, okay. That's another thing that made her mad. She said, we getting a divorce. I said, cool. She hated that. That's why I can't stand you. Huh? Want you to fight over and go over here and do this old drama stuff and all that. I ain't never even thought about entertaining that in my life. A lot of women try that, though. I be like, they want you to fight for them. Well, what they go over there for in the first place? They got it going on over here. What they go over there for? You want me to go over there and fight with a bunch of losers? People that ain't got no job. People living the same way you want to live. Ain't got nothing going for themselves. No. If you thought the grass was green over there, then eat it. I ain't finna go over there. I ain't finna go over there. I ain't thinking about it. They might contaminate me. But anyway, I like to work. You get so many benefits from working, bro. I don't know why people don't want to work, bro. You get a lot of, they don't tell you about the benefit. You looking at the check. You're not looking at the benefits. You ain't looking at the way you can flip money. You're not looking at stock market. You ain't looking at all that. You just looking at the check. You ain't looking at 401k. You ain't looking at nothing. If my ex-wife would apply herself like I was trying to apply myself and all that, we'd have been so rich she wouldn't have had to do this little stunt. She was so busy putting energy in both places, trying to do this, trying to do that, and it didn't work. It didn't work. You just ruined everything. But yeah, I might go back and listen to you, finish listening to your message, but I can't listen nothing about no child, because you're right, my child was healthy when my child left me. That's why I say them all that, wait, I don't want to have nothing to do with none of that system. It's all broken to me, disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Judge, lawyers, cops, whatever. It's good cops out there, I guess. You know, they don't bother me. They be like, what's up? Because we probably went to school together. I don't do all that. I don't do call. I don't do none of that. You know, I ain't never did it. Don't care nothing for it. I don't call them. I take care of my own. I ain't got to call them. You know what I'm saying? Country boy. But anyway, that's it, y'all. I'm finna get off here. I ain't really got much to say. They still throwing magic. And I've been tired, though. I think I've been just genuinely tired, though. I've been working a lot. I ain't been really getting no credit for nothing. I be getting these congratulation things, but it must be going to my doppelganger. I ain't getting it. But thank you anyway. Thank you anyway. But that's it, y'all.